Welcome to the Trades Podcast, a podcast about the business of home improvement and promoting the trades to young adults. In this podcast, we talk with business owners, educators, and professionals about the benefits, skills, and related experiences of the home improvement business. Tips to help you with being successful from entry into the trades or established business owners. In this podcast, we hope to influence some young adults that the trades, as a career, is a great option leading to full and prosperous life. I'm Danny Torres, an MC, DJ, and podcaster, inspiring young adults by shining light onto career opportunities in our world today.
And I'm Jeff Mudd, home improvement contractor, writer of the Millionaire Carpenter series, and podcaster.
Stay tuned to 15 to 20 minutes of insightful tips. Happy days, everybody. Here we are at the BBB Ignite studio, the podcast studio right here in San Diego, California. I am DJ Danny.
And I'm Jeff Mudd, home improvement contractor, podcaster. It's going to be a great show today.
That's right, the tradespodcast.com, ladies and gentlemen. We do have AJC Construction right here. We have Adam Curtin. He is your local RoofMaxx San Diego dealer as well. Adam, how you doing?
Good. It's great to be here. BBB.
That's right.
Nothing like a great reputation.
Yeah, this is a newer location that they just recently built, and for anybody that's in the BBB, make sure to reach out to your local staff members here and come check out this place. But today, it's all about Adam here today. Adam, happy to have you here. Tell us a little bit about AJC and your experience being in the trades.
Well, it's great to be here again. I started out in the trades being a right-hand man of a general contractor. And after 4 years, I thought, why don't I get my license and start my own business?
Ooh, he's aggressive. 4 years? I love it.
Heck yeah.
So I started AJC in the San Fernando Valley in 1994, doing remodeling and roofing, which is interesting. One fun fact: one of my clients back then is now the owner of the One, that massive house that's going to go into bankruptcy and be sold for $250 million. But anyway, I've done roofing, and I love talking about RoofMaxx. I'm a RoofMaxx dealer here in San Diego for the past year and 2 months, and it's an exciting green product.
Yeah.
And from what I can see, it's a great alternative for a very expensive roof replacement. How does that sound to you, Adam? Did I nail it?
It is amazing when you approach a homeowner, and we've all been taught our entire lives, the only option in roofing is to either keep the roof you have or tear it off, throw it away, and buy a brand new roof.
Yeah.
And now RoofMaxx is offering an option to that process. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing. We were on a roof last week, and I had to convince it. First of all, the roof looked new to me, mm-hmm. but the owner was within a week of replacing the roof. And I had to convince him. I had to tell him, your roof is in really good condition, and I can extend its life from 5 to 15 years with a RoofMaxx product. And that's what we did. We saved him $15,000 in that one decision. Yeah, so anyway, that's what's exciting to me. I'm actually seeing the amazing result of this product.
Mm-hmm. That's exciting. And I mean, and like you said, it's something new. I would say fairly new to you. I mean, you're doing it for a little bit over a year. Mm-hmm. But do you know how long RoofMaxx, the product, has been around?
5 years.
5 years. And I was kind of looking up a little bit about it, and it's more of you're preserving, like you said, preserving your roof that you might potentially think that you have to replace, but you can extend the life to an average 5 years, or how long, depending on a certain roof, I'm sure.
Correct. Depending on the age of the roof, it can be extended. Its life can be extended from 5 to 15 years.
That's awesome.
And The process is very simple. It's an application of a soy methyl ester oil. And the analogy we like to use is the roadway system. Roads are very expensive. Municipalities do everything they can to get everything they can out of that that road. So they do all types of rejuvenation processes at a city level. It's the same thing we're doing on the roof. We're adding oil back into the roof that allows it to do its job better. Flexibility, permeability, and retention of granules.
That's great.
Awesome. So I want to make a point here at thetradespodcast.com. We are here to help enlighten, educate young adults on the possibilities of getting into the trades as a good career. And Adam was just talking about a job he did last week. And when he talked about saving the customer money, he just lit up, big old smile. Yeah. And that's one of the things that the trades can do for you is when you finish a product, you get to interact with a customer. There's a great sense of fulfillment that you don't get about a lot of other jobs. Would you agree with that, Adam? You've been out there, you've dealt with hundreds, if not thousands of customers in your career.
Yeah, absolutely. The opportunities are endless in every different sector of the trades to make an impact.
Absolutely.
Positive impact.
Yeah, whether you're fixing that link or the clogged sink on Thanksgiving evening, or finishing up a huge remodel for the dream house for a customer. There's all kinds of ways that you can make a positive impact in the world and see that firsthand and feel that impact that you've made personally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of the impacts that I was talking to a bug guy, a pest guy the other day, and he said he just treated a house for a rat infestation. And let me tell you, when you get a rat infestation in your house, that is not a pleasant experience. Mm-hmm. We're talking, if you have a wife and a family, they have to move out of the house until the point where you can verify you've killed the rat.
Yeah, they'd be happy with a remodel to get rid of those rats.
Yeah. And the reason they got a rat infestation is because they did a roof replacement. Mm-hmm. Once you take that roof off, you can tarp the structure, but you're opening it up for the entrance of rats. And it was just another confirmation that if you can keep your existing roof in place and restore it and extend its life and save money, it's just a no-brainer in my mind.
Oh, yeah. Great story.
And you're going out there personally doing all the RoofMaxx jobs, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And you're servicing San Diego and surrounding areas. What was been your experience, from the feedback that you've been getting from these customers on the RoofMaxx? I know that you said that you saved that guy close to around $15,000, on doing a full roof repair. But what has been your experience and feedback from customers in regards to when they hear about this option and possibly not even knowing about it before?
Right. It's a new emerging technology. I consider it, I'm not saying we're going to be anywhere near Tesla's size, but a lot of people didn't have any consideration about an electric vehicle. Mm-hmm. And now they're everywhere. And this company's worth a $1 trillion.
Yeah.
And so it's a disruptor. Mm-hmm. As I mentioned earlier,
right.
Roofers will claim it doesn't work or it's not effective. But now we're treating 600. We have dealers in 600 cities nationwide, and we're treating, I think, 200 houses a day nationwide.
It is a disruptor. It's a disruptor to the conventional roofer's business model.
Yeah, and I think that's something that a lot of the younger generation are looking for, certain technologies like that, because it is a green solution, obviously, and I mean, not to make it sound like the younger generation is lazy, but it seems like it's an easier process than ripping out a full roof altogether, maybe with a crew of 5-7 people. and then reapplying a new one. I mean, Adam, nobody can see you on the other side of the podcast right now, but you seem like a very fit guy, up on the roof, being able to do this on his own. And in the sense of, a younger generation kid, my age, say 25 to 28, they can go out there and start doing this on their own and get into this type of trade by themselves, I would imagine.
Absolutely. And that's the exciting part of this business as well, because we all hear the complaints about the regulation in California, which, by the way, I love. I love the regulation in California. It keeps us safe. It keeps the environment clean. It keeps it this incredible place to live. But getting back to your point, it's true. There's so many emerging technologies out there right now. There's so much excitement to be able to get into a business where you don't have to get into EDD and long-term commitments to a group of employees is a great opportunity and option for me when I was looking at the business. So yeah, I appreciate that aspect of the business, being able to go out and treat a roof in 45 minutes to 2 hours, and it's complete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, and that's obviously, like I mentioned, they can get into it by themselves. But is that something you're looking for now, or in the future? Are you looking to jump in and get some employees to help you out with applying these around the roofs in San Diego? Absolutely.
Yeah. It's start like many of these developments in technology. This one started in the East in Ohio, and it's slowly making its way west. So I've been doing it for a year and 2 months. I'm consistently seeing the traffic increase, educating the public, and absolutely would love to add crew members to treat throughout the San Diego County, as well as other areas such as San Bernardino, Southern Orange County. So yeah, definitely.
That'd be great. And so if you're going to be looking for those employees, what would you be your criteria for someone to jump into the job? And if they send out an application to you or reach out to you, what is it that you're looking for in that person?
Well, it's great that we're at the BBB because it might be a way that we expand our businesses. I'm a member of BBB. I'm not sure of all of the benefits that BB provides, but what it stands for to me is integrity, and we have to be accountable for our actions. Mm-hmm. So I'm a 5-star certified RoofMaxx dealer, and we're all about the focus on the customer and our reviews and the social media and our lifelong relationships, because we may or may not get people's business, but anytime we interact with somebody, whether it's on the phone, whether it's an estimate, or whether it's a full treatment, every step of the way is critical, not only in the health of the business, but in the health of the individual. So my customer obviously is the center of the universe, and if somebody is going to be part of the team, they have to have that same philosophy. Mm-hmm. Because I've been in this business 37 years in the construction business, and by far that's the most important lesson I've ever learned.
Yeah, absolutely. Your personal reputation is one of your most valuable assets.
Yeah.
And those soft skills come into play a lot, when you are working with say an employer like you, and being able to get pushed out there to start doing jobs on their own after a while that they do those jobs with you, after they're trained up. I mean, those soft skills of really being able to communicate with the customer, communicate with you personally to understand what the job entails and what needs to get done, and the way that they're doing it, on the back end of things, making sure that it's customer service at the point, at the head of the project. So that's and that's something that we've really touched base on in the tradespodcast.com. Is mainly about those soft skills. When you have an employee that can sell, for one thing, know the product and understand everything, but the process of being able to interact with the customer, being honest with the customer and with you, it really does make an impact on how that the end project is finished, and like you said, getting good reviews, references after, and possibly getting more business out of it. So those soft skills are a big thing. And is that something that you would train your employees on, and really being able to understand what needs to get done, on those type of jobs? Or what type of training would you kind of entail to make sure someone can be on the same page with you?
Yeah, I do a shadowing and have them work with them for a week to 2 weeks on every job with every customer, and show them what I do and how I get my 5-star ratings.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
That's great. That's great. And then I guess right now, the climate of everything that we've gone through, in the sense of from the pandemic to the business side of things, that of how the climate has been kind of, there's a labor shortage. Have you had an experience with that, with any contractors that you've worked with, or what's been like the climate for RoofMaxx, and how you're going into the next year, 2022?
Yeah, I think the interesting part about the labor shortage is whenever we discuss numbers and statistics, we may say, oh, it's 10% unemployment, maybe a few years ago. Oh, that's terrible. It's 10% unemployment. The world's coming to an end. Well, in fact, 90% of those people are gainfully employed. So I think you have to rise. If you do have the integrity, the honesty, and you're a hard worker, there's nothing stopping you from doing whatever it is you want to do in this world. And RoofMaxx is wide open as far as opportunity is concerned. If you see the opportunity, as I do, as hundreds of dealers do nationwide, there's a wide open door and a pathway to a dealership opportunities in RoofMaxx. And you had mentioned the shark. What was his name again? Do you recall?
Kevin Harrington.
Kevin Harrington. Yeah, there's nobody more entrepreneurial than Kevin Harrington, a part owner of RoofMaxx.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really a great opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. So Adam's talking about the opportunity for being a contractor in the RoofMaxx, the rejuvenation world right now. But he's also alluding to the point that if you're a young person getting into the trades, you can come up with all kinds of excuses at any stage in your life. You can come up with all kinds of barriers, no matter where you're from in this country, this world. But one of the benefits of being in the trades here in the United States, America, I'm a huge proponent of Made in America, which is a whole other subject. But when you get into the trades, there's a massive amount of people that are willing to give back, mentor you, create opportunities. I've mentioned in previous shows, as a contractor, I've signed for 3 other employees to get their own contractor's license and move on to make and build their own company, their own dreams. And that's one of the things that trades is a wide open arena for success on any level. Whether you want to work for a large contractor and be a project manager and watch your career go from being a helper to being a vice president of operations, or you get the entrepreneurial spirit like Adam's got early in his contracting or trades career. and move on to having your own successful company and creating opportunities for other young adults and employees. It's wide open. Can't promote it enough, and that's why we're here at the tradespodcast.com interviewing contractors like Adam. That's an example of success.
And Jeff, you brought up a good point. Adam, you mentioned you were working with a contractor back in '94 for 4 years, right? And you ended up, I want to know exactly what that experience was, where your mindset was when you decided that I want to do this on my own. What helped you get to that step and point in your life where you're like, I can do this on my own, and you took it from there? What was that? What was your mindset at that time?
Well, yeah, that's great. Because if you're an assistant, name a role in management. If you're an assistant to a general contractor, I learned the entire A to Z nuts and bolts of general contracting. Yeah, if you're under the wing of a great mentor, you can learn. Number one, you can learn from anybody. But for me, working hand in hand with them for 4 years, it was a big learning opportunity and blessing to see exactly how contracts are developed, how to negotiate, how to build from ground up, how to accomplish. We did quite a bit, just him and I, in terms of management. And then we would have freelance crews. We did a lot of structural concrete, grading, custom homes. He was also an owner builder, so I got to see the development end. Real estate development is fascinating. Taking a risk.
Absolutely. Risk equals reward, though. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. But yeah, what an amazing opportunity. If you're just starting out, if you want to go that route in management, anything in terms of working hand in hand with a general contractor is an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, and
I would recommend that.
Yeah. And what was your leap when you knew that that you wanted to go out on your own?
I think we all have that spirit in us of independence, that I can do this on my own. And I think that was just the spirit I was born with, to stand on my own and do my own thing.
How old were you when you got your license?
I think 28.
Okay.
Something about there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the opportunity to do anything, anywhere in the state of California with the California State Contractor's License. And also what I learned was the things that the Better Business Bureau teaches, the fundamentals that the Cal State License Board teaches are really critical. They're just fundamental building blocks. And from that foundation, you can do anything. And because I'm a little bit of a rebel, I think I can find a better path. But really, the foundation and the bedrock of Better Business Bureau and CSLB is a place where you should be on a daily basis, whether you're 10 years or 30 years in the business. Some things just don't change.
Yeah, that's something I really hear from you, Adam, a couple times now, and I respect him, and I'm going to highlight that. He's taken the California State Contractors Board and talked very positively about them. When there's other people out there in this world constantly, especially in today's political environment, bashing the state and the rules and coming up with excuses, and you're using it as a baseline to set a higher standard for yourself and your contracting company. And I want to point that out, and I respect that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think politically, and I'm not going to get controversial.
Yeah, we don't need to go there.
But regulations,
but at a core, you've taken it down to what's a solid base for you.
Mm-hmm. And they're really your partner in business. It's really true. We think it's gonna cause problems or tie us up in the fees, or I don't know, whatever the complaint is. But the fact is, we need rules within which to exist.
It levels the playing field for those who want to play by the rules.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's still going to be the bad players that don't, but
yeah.
you know.
And it all ties into that trust that you have with the with your customers too. You know, if you're following those rules, you're following those regulations, it does tie back into someone, you know, that might not be following the rules and have all those licenses, or, you know, be controversial in those side of things. But it's been great, you know, really to learn a lot about, you know, AJC construction, and you being, you know, San Diego's RoofMaxx dealer out here, Adam, and you know, just kind of revamping everything that we kind of talked about from your starting out in '94, being out here in San Diego. Remind us how long you've been in San Diego.
I've been in San Diego since 2012.
Yeah, 2012. I mean, seasoned license out here in San Diego for that long, and, you know, in California for one thing since around that '94 time. And it's been awesome to really find out a little bit more about RoofMaxx, a new technology, something that not a lot of you know, people know about that are out there. But it's been great to, you know, learn a lot about it, and you know, glad that you're looking for more employees to possibly put onto the RoofMaxx side of the business. And hopefully, you know, any listeners out there, you can definitely reach out to Adam. And if they were to, what would be the best way to reach out to you?
Absolutely. Anything. You want me to give my phone number?
Whichever the best way you want them to contact you. Yeah.
Website, phone number, Instagram account.
Yeah.
You know,
Social Security.
Yeah, you don't want anybody calling you, then that's fine. But yeah, what's your website, Adam? You got a website?
Yeah, it's ajcconstructionservices.com. And my email is acurtin@RoofMaxx, MAXX.com.
Awesome.
It's been great to be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would encourage any young adult that wants to learn more about the contracting world or the RoofMaxx world, give Adam a ring and see what he's got to say. I think Adam would be a great mentor to start somebody off with.
Yeah, we'll have his info on the tradespodcast.com. I'm DJ Danny.
And I'm Jeff Mudd.
Thank you so much.